say probably his biggest strengths were letting each runner, each athlete, feel important. Didn't matter if they were the first runner in or the last runner in. That was really a big part of who he was, and he wanted every person to feel supported. He really created a family atmosphere, a great bond between all of the kids, and I definitely think that was one of his greatest strengths. He was real creative in a lot of the things that he did. For example, the King of the Hill race and all kinds of really they would do cross-country feud, and so he not only was a person that made sure that they were obviously doing their workouts and all that good stuff, but he also brought a little fun into it. And I think that's part of what the kids loved. They were able to bond over that. And I'll never forget, he came home one time, and at the time, the athletic director, called him into the office and just said, "Larry, 75 kids, we can't do this anymore. We got to take 3 buses, and it's a lot." He said, "You're going to have to start making cuts." And my dad said, I love you, E, but the time that I have to start cutting the kids from the cross-country program is the time I'm going to turn in my resignation. And he said, "Nope, we're not going to do that, Larry. We'll figure something out. We'll work it out." And, they did. So, the tradition continues on. We're so grateful for, Coach Bertoni. And I think it's just such an amazing testament to my dad to have one of his runners take over the program and do such a beautiful job with it. So we're really grateful to Coach Bertoni and, Coach Turboss, who is continuing on as one of the coaches as well. And, my dad has so many people. I know if he was here, he would be so grateful to Mr. Osborne for so many years when he was the modified coach, and then he turned the baton over to my dad, and that was a great moment for him to take over the program. But he was also so grateful to Mr. Osborne, and even through all those years, he would always show up to the meets, and he was supportive. And so Mr. Osborne's amazing, and he had Mr. Turboss by his side, always an amazing support system. Even Mr. Yakavazi, the last few years that he coached, he kind of jumped in because he really needed an assistant, and he was amazing, an amazing friend, and he was also equally as good with the kids. He loved the kids, and so Mr. Yakavazi was another one that was just a great support system. And I can't say all of this without saying to my mom, because anybody who knows Union Endicott cross country with Larry Hynes knows Carol Hynes, Mrs. Hynes. They were truly a team, and they did everything together, and I think the kids loved my mom as much as they loved my dad. So.